We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Jets. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Kill. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Bang. Monday. Kill. Hey, turn.
Throwing now is Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Check 43. Check.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
3rd down and 13.
Mike 319. Hey, home. I got it. Shit. Hey, watch it. Back. 5 wide. Check 50. Out. Half 85. Go.
Now Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Their own 33-yard line.
Ready. 70. Indy. You. Jump. 22 jet bomber.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
Man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Oh, the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun, McSorley. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. McSorley from the shotgun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tavon Austin. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Aaron, his first touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Running right, Jones. About 3 yards there to the 27.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Switch. Tighten up. Tighten up. Showing it.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Mike spot 4.
Yeah.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check. Lucky.
Check third.
From the gun, it's Allen. It's caught. Jones. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They come out here in the eye.
Check. Watch 54. And that QB's trash. Let's go.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 1 back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. These 2 teams all tied after 1. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Strip that ball. Say. Hey, alert 3. Check nickel. Middle. No.
Here's Jones. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Check Mike 27. Come on, dude.
On 3rd down, it's McSorley. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's McSorley to throw. He's going to float this one deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 54 yards. Throwing is McSorley. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Hakeem Butler, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the lead is now 14-10. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Hey,
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Check 99. Check 99.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Watch the eye. Hatchet.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Switch.
Johnson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Check. Fresno.
Regular.
Go.
Throwing his helmet on 3rd. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Round 80.
Middle. Ready. Double time. 3 down.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen caught by Jones. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They go back to the ground with Jones. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Jones with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. Now McSorley, flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, it's McSorley. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Here's McSorley on 1st and 10. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was trying to get it to Hakeem Butler there, but it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. It'll be McSorley again. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be taken in at the 1.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
10 Lobos. Jet bomber. Jet bomber.
On 2nd and 9, McSorley. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
McSorley sets to pass. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They give to Johnson going right. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and 11.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Stay with your man. Pilot, 64, weak. Check. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll run it with Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Now a first down carry by Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. They'll run it with Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. The training staff works on him. We'll step aside and be right back. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Check 37. Check 9. Check. Hey. On 52.
Now Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Jets will extend their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, and he's got him in the lead. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. McSorley, 1st and 10. The 20. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Andy Janovich, his first touchdown on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Let's go, D. Slam, slam, slam.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Alert, alert, alert. Son, I'm coming for you, son. Let's go.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He wasn't ready.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Round 80.
Rapid. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Hey, home. Box 61. Matchbox lights.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones.
It's run.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
It's now 2nd and 6. At
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. This is Butler making the catch. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Cowboys.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's McSorley. That's caught by Howard. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They go play action now with McSorley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man completes it to Butler. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Steps it, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, in a tight 1-point game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. He'll look to throw, and he finds Howard complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Hey, wahoo! Ready to go. Shoot!
On 4th down, here's McSorley. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Abram, the rookie from Mississippi. The 40, past the 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Set up.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
A good pickup there, 22. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike, 27.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Abram, the rookie from Mississippi State. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Intercepted. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets.